Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about something that is really nice and that I was not really expecting to happen, and that is God Eater 3 releasing for the Switch. And we already have a release date for that, which is July 12th. I think it's a great release date. I would be also happy if God Vein would release in that same time frame. But anyways, yeah, God Eater releasing for the Switch. That is something that a lot of people have been looking forward to, and I myself thought it would be great for God Eater to release on a portable console, because it still looks like a game for a portable console. Like for example, like the PS Vita, I would say, and probably they made the game thinking that the PS Vita would still be going on, because if we think about it, God Eater has always been a game that has been attached to PlayStation's portable consoles. So having it released on the Switch is a great thing, because it means that it can actually travel from other consoles other than PS4 and PlayStation in general. So it's a great thing. A lot of people are happy with this, and also the game will come out, not the game, but if you pre-order the game, I think they said it will come out with a code that will give you access to to costumes from characters from Tales of Vesperia. I think that's the game. There's already a footage showing off the costumes, so if you want to look at it, I've linked it in the description below. I've also linked the article about the release date in the description below. So thank you all so much for looking out for this. Now we are going to move on to the bullet editor, because I really want to show how it works. Alright, so how the bullet editor works, let me show you. So in order to activate it, first of all you need to go to the terminal, go to your loadout, and then check out the bullets section right below your gun. And from here you have to go down in this section, custom bullets, that you see here. So I'm just going to remove this bullet, and I'm also going to delete it actually. Or maybe equip it. No, I'll delete it. So yesterday I have deleted a lot of other bullets that I have made in order to just make this video, but it's not a problem, because I can make them again. They are not so difficult to make, and they were mostly experimental. This one I will keep it because I'll show it as an example later in the video. So let's start by opening the menu of the custom bullet, and as you can see, I've navigated through this menu right here, and then just pressed the right button, and then you just follow here. So anyways, you open this menu, and then you have these things telling you that you have to use a new module. So we're gonna press A or X depending if you're PS4 or PC. So yeah, you have this whole list of bullet, and you have a bunch of tabs you can navigate through, and you can also see S, M, and L right here. These are the size of your bullet that you're trying to make. Generally it's better to use a small bullet at first, because the small bullet would cost a lower amount. As you can see, you have a section you have names of sections on your bullets, and one of them is cost. The cost is going to be a number of points that will add up to your, if you use different models, what will happen is that each of them will cost a certain amount of points, and the total of points will be the cost of one of your bullet. Now keep in mind that you can only carry 1000 points total. So if you have a bullet that costs like 500 points alone, you can only carry 2 of those bullets. So it's not really great to have too many large modules in your bullet, because they will cost so much at the end of the day. Like you have this one, it costs 140. That's a lot of points that you don't want to use. So we're gonna keep it small for now. And also by pressing Y, you have right next to the SML tab, you have something that telling me to press Y to change to deco ammo, and by pressing it, everything everything that you can see here changes to deco radial, deco orb, things like that. Everything becomes a deco, and deco stands for decoration. So what a decoration bullet is, I'll show you right now. I'm gonna change this to deco, and I'm gonna choose the long range one. So by testing the bullet, you'll see I'm shooting and it does nothing at all because it's a decoration ammo. Decoration ammo doesn't deal damage, it's just something that you use as an effect or something on your bullet to make it look cool. So I'm going to show you exactly why it's important to keep that in mind. So let me just delete this, and then we're gonna make actually a very basic and simple custom bullet for now. So for example, let's pick the I don't know, let's pick this one, straight bullet, long range, and we're gonna mix it up with, let's say, radial stop. Maybe it will work, I don't know, let's see. Alright, so it doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is because right now you will see that it says M1 and M2 cause interference delay. That means that you will not be able to deal the maximum amount of damage with your bullet because the two bullets are kind of not working together, and that's fine, that's alright, don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you how to make it work. So in order to make a cool looking custom bullet, you need a deco ammo, and the best type of bullet generally for decoration is the orb bullets. You need an orb, and I'm going to show you why you need one. I'm gonna pick the normal orb, and here you have on the effect section you have different things saying like short T, small t, long t. T stands for time, the time within which the bullet will stay. So we're gonna pick a normal time bullet so that the orb will stay a bit longer than it should with the short time. Alright, so here's what's going to happen with the orb. I'm going to shoot it. It does nothing at all, it just stands here. It doesn't deal damage, so it's just an orb, it's nothing. But the reason why you use an orb to make a decoration bullet is because of this. Let me actually I'll link it with another long one. Yes, alright, so M1 and M2 was fired, like there's no problem with that. The good thing about decoration bullet is that they do not cause a lot of interference. They can cause interference, but you just need to look how you position them in your modules, and it should be fine. So right now, as you can see, I can shoot everywhere in every section, but it doesn't really, yeah. It's just like nothing. The orb for now is not doing anything, but I will show you something that is really cool, which is, let's say, I'm gonna add another effect to my bullet because I can do that. So because we have a decoration orb, we're gonna add a bomb to it. And as you can see, the straight bullet, the straight shot is linked to my orb right now. I can unlink it, and if I do, actually, let me remove this for now. If I do, what happens is that the same thing happens, but they are not linked. So if I try to do something, there might be an interference happening. It's better to link them together. So I'm gonna just bring back the other bomb, and then we're gonna link it to the we're gonna link it to the stray shot. All right, and in order for it to work, because right now what will happen is that it will cause an interference. As you can see, it will cause an interference decay. So we don't want that to happen. We want something really cool. So I'm gonna press A in the bomb bullet, and from here I'm going to go up in this section, in these little sections right here, and choose the link. For now it's linked to 2, it's like with 2, and you don't want that. You want it to, let's say, we can have different, these are just different effects that I'll show you later. Let me just, alright, yeah, we're gonna use when it hits full, we want the bomb to activate. So now it should do something really nice. Let me show you. And it explodes without causing an interference decay. So now it works perfectly. So normally the straight shot wouldn't explode, but because I've added a bomb effect to it, when it hits the target it causes an explosion. That also helps with damage. Normally the bullet would cause 49 damage, and the explosion caused 115, which is a good amount of damage. So that's already a nice bullet that works perfectly. And yeah, so now I'm going to show you something that is also really nice with the decoration bullet. Let's remove all of this for now. We're gonna choose a new orb, something really fancy, I'll say. We're gonna pick the rip one. So this one is for rotation actually. What it will do is, you see the orb is rotating horizontally, so it's an effect, it's some sort of spin effect that is added to the orb. Now we are going to use a radial bullet with follow. This one is not a decoration ammo, actually it's a live ammo, so make sure that you use a live ammo for this. And as you can see, now you have some sort of flamethrower that is spinning on its own. It's a really nice effect, and I've seen a lot of people using this effect in order to heal actually people. You can use a heal type bullet actually. Let me change the element of this thing. Oh, I can't. Oh man, okay, I have to do this individually, I guess. Alright, like this. So the good thing is that it will heal your, like, everyone inside the radius, which is cool. So you don't have to aim in order to use this. It's actually very useful. So yeah, you can do this. Anyways, let's make something a bit more fancy actually than this. So we're gonna make it a bit more a little bit more complicated. Let me show you. I'm gonna pick this one, and then what we're going to do with this is, oh man, this one's going to be a bit difficult for me. We're gonna add the bomb effect that we added before, linked to the straight shot when it hits the target. So from here we're also going to add another bomb effect, but this one will be linked to the orb alone. As you can see, it creates a tree right here that you can see the link. But this one, like I said, is going to be linked to the orb, and we're going to use the bomb effect when the orb fades. So the modules are actually called by numbers. You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one is linked to 1. So the module 1, which is the orb, it will explode when 1 will fade. I don't know if this will work. Bam. Okay, it works perfectly. No interference decay, so that's good. Alright, we're also going to add something else. I can actually, oh my god. So we can, let me just do something real quick. We're going to replace with another shot. Let's say we want the orb to shoot twice instead of shooting once. So we're going to use it to shoot after, like 0.2 seconds after 1 is activated, which means, oh my god, wait, what happened? Oh, the rotation. Alright, so it shoots right after the first shot goes in, because the first shot is linked to the bullet, to the orb, which means that when the orb is summoned, like right when the orb is summoned, the shot goes in, but the other shot follows 0.2 seconds after the orb. So you can make a little turret with this thing. Actually, we're going to make an orb that is aimed at the foe. So a normal time orb should work, aim at foe, which means it cannot miss. It's always tracking the foe, whatever the movement of the foe is. So see, it's a little turret right now. It's just, I can also choose, I can shoot somewhere else and it still shoots at the enemy. So it's already working very well. No, oh wait, there's an interference decay actually. That's because of the time. The time is way too short between the shots. Let's say 0.5 seconds. It should work. Yeah, it works. Alright. No interference decay. That's perfect. Now, we might want to add a third shot, let's say, to the thing. Oh wait, let me just copy this effect and bring it down here. When 4 hits the foe, that should be okay. It's pretty much the same bullet that I've copied. It's just going to activate as soon as the orb shots the second time. All right. Okay, so both bullets will explode on shot. That works perfectly. I like it. Also, we're going to add a third bullet that will shoot. So we can just do this with triangle or Y. You can select multiple things at the same time. Release it and then copy below actually. And then it works. Oh, actually I need to change the time here. Let me just change it to 1 second after. So what it will do, it'll follow, you have 3 shots. 1, 2, 3. No interference decay. Perfect. So all shots explode. Now the last thing that I want to do is add a last bomb effect, I'll say, on 1. So when 1 fades, now it should be, damn, it works really nicely. Alright, no decay, no interference, perfect. So that's already a really cool bullet that you can have. But the only problem is that if you look at my bullet in the right bottom corner, you will see I have only 7 new bullet that is indicating. And the reason for that is because my bullet is costing way too much and it's already calculating the amount of bullet that I will bring in mission. So if I actually remove some stuff, let's say, no, we're gonna keep this one. Let's say I remove all of this. It increases to 15. And that is because, like I said, I have too many things, too many modules in my bullet. And the more module I add, the more it will cost. Now, you can choose to bring you can choose to bring with you like a very short amount of bullet, but you have to make sure that they all deal a lot of damage. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save this bullet actually. I'm going to go outside of this thing. I'm going to save and then we're going to test it in the training room. Let me show you. So, oh wait, I have to equip it. Did I equip it? No. Alright, I need to equip this. So this is the new bullet that we had. Alright. So here it is. I only have 1 because I didn't increase the amount of points that I carry on me. So alright, it works well. I can look anywhere I want. I can just run like this and then shoot, and it would still shoot at the enemy. So it works very well. It's like I said, it's a mini turret that you can have with you. It's fine. Alright, now we want something. We want to increase the amount of bullets that I can carry on me. Here is it. So you have the ammo. One ammo cost 63 points. Like I said, if you look down below, like completely below, you will see 63 out of 1,000. So I can increase the amount of point that the amount of ammo that I want to bring with me, but this maximum amount of point would be a limit to the amount of bullets I can bring with me. So if I try to leave, it says I have to reduce the amount of bullets I have on me. So I have to reduce it to 15, which is the number that it calculated in the bullet editor for me before I came here. So let's see, I can shoot, wait, I can shoot quite a good amount of time. So if I unload the full thing, it does 2040 damage, but that is also because my assault gun here is not upgraded at all. Well, it has a very little upgrade to it, but it's not quite an endgame assault rifle. If you have a fully endgame assault rifle on you, it will deal way more damage. Let me bring a better gun that I have. It shoots a bit slower than this, but it's still very effective for me. Alright, so the last time we looked, it was 2,900. Now it should be way more than that if I unload the full thing. It's already passing the amount of damage I dealt before. So 5,000 damage. It's not much, to be honest. I have a bullet that does way more with half the amount of this one bullet, and that is because this bullet is not using a lot of strong modules on it. It's a lot of little stray shots, but because of the explosion, the cool part is that it has a potential to break bonds. Actually, you can break enemy parts with this, so it's already kind of nice. Now the cool thing with custom bullets is that they do not cost any amount of OP. Like right now, if you look at the green bar on my character, if I shoot normal bullet, it will go away. But now I can shoot my custom bullet without like wasting any OP at all. It's free, but limited, and that's actually a nerf that they made in the game because people used to break the game. I would say they would pretty much break the game just using the custom bullets in Gladiator 2, especially because you had something called Blood Rage, which allow you to have an infinite amount of OP and an infinite amount of stamina. So it was really broken to have powerful custom bullets that would just kill enemy instantly because of Blood Rage. You could just spam everything, not looking at the enemy, just shoot like this with really powerful modules on it. So you could have that infinitely. It was really broken. And yeah, it really deserved a nerf. Now I don't know if this is a good nerf because some people say custom bullets are kind of useless. Anyways, let me show you my experimental bullet that I've made. This bullet, I really like this bullet because it works pretty well with my playstyle for me, because I like to play with the hammer or the dual blades, and both of these weapons are very stamina hungry weapons, so I have to rely on the gun to keep dealing damage. So this one is kind of a sticky bomb, but it's not really a sticky bomb. It's still a... Okay, let me show you. So look at the damage. A total of 12 12k damage. That's a lot. That's big damage. It's a lot of crush damage as well, so it can break bonds very easily too. I like this, and like I say, I like to play with the hammer and the dual blades, which are very stamina hungry weapon. And this bullet is made out of buckshots, which are an ammo type for the shotgun. Works very well with my actual shotgun. So it's also a sticky orb, which means that if I shoot on an enemy, it will stick on the enemy and will keep dealing damage on them. So I can just keep shooting like this. It will just keep shooting on the enemy. So it doesn't miss, but it requires me to be really close to the enemy, which is good because I have this move, which allows me to just dash towards the enemy wherever not really depending on where my character is going. So I can just, of course this is a small body for an origami, but it generally works very well in missions, so that's why I really like this bullet. Now it shoots quite a lot of time, a lot of buckshots, and then explode. It deals so much damage with my playstyle and works very well, like I said. But it really depends on what you want and what type of bullet you want to make with your custom bullet. You can make a lot of healing bullets as well, like I say, like I showed you. They work very well in missions. A lot of people use them that way. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the custom bullet. I really like this thing, and I really like the way they made it in this game, because in the previous game it was really hard to understand how to equip them or how to make them. And this one is way easier, I feel like. It works very well. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video.